pre-sales community in ASEAN. So led by myself and Mansi. So in case that in future you guys have any questions on anything, you can reach out to us, right? So before I pass you on to Mansi, a couple of logistic things. First off, this is a recorded webcast, and all attendees are reminded to put themselves on mute, just like this guy here. So let me just mute all. So it's easier if I mute all everybody from my end. Okay. So at the end of each section, we will open up the lines for questions. Once again, if you're not asking any questions, we request you to put yourself on mute. In the meantime, during the course of the presentation, if you do have any questions, you can post it on chat. Remember to put the option to send to all participants. And finally, at the end of the session, we will have a 10 to 15 minutes, question Q&A open to the floor, right? Other than that, nothing else from my end. I'll just
Thanks, Calvin. Hi all, this is Mansi. I lead pre-sales for Oracle HCM Cloud for ASEAN countries. I'm based in Singapore. Just a quick background on where I come from and what are my skill sets. So I have close to 7 years of experience working with different technology companies. I have an MBA degree in HR and I have hands-on experience working on multiple HCM systems. My experience spans across project management, business analysis, and now pre-sales. I will be taking you through, this workshop as Calvin summarized, which is essentially around helping you find the right resources on Oracle HCM Cloud. So what you see currently on your screen is the agenda for today's session. We will, have a quick introduction around Oracle HCM Cloud and what is our new messaging for FY17. We will also look at some of the challenges and trends that we are currently facing in the HR industry and how does Oracle, what are the steps that we've taken and what are the different capabilities that we have provided from product per se in tackling these challenges. Then we will also have a quick look on Oracle Talent Management. So what are the different components and what is our messaging around talent management in specific. We will also take a look at some of the roadmap items. So, the last 2 years have been really interesting in the HCM space, especially for Oracle. We have a lot of new offerings. So we will, quickly we will talk about some of the new offerings that we have. And also we will have a discussion around pricing and how can you find this information. And then towards the end, we will have a quick Q&A session. I will try and make this session interactive. So, if time permits, after each of the section, probably we can have a quick Q&A. Or in the meanwhile, you can also post your questions in the chat. All right. So, I'll start by flashing the safe harbor statement, which essentially, highlights that any product functionality or, roadmap item especially that we talk about today is not a commitment from Oracle. And, this is a general product guideline that we will be talking about. And it is solely at Oracle's discretion whether these functionalities will be introduced in the product in the future or not. All right, so I'll give you a quick introduction around what is our, the new messaging around modern HR in the cloud. So some of the challenges that, the organizations face in terms of managing the people processes today are around, how do you go about improving your employee engagement? How do you review your talent? Do you know what are the skill sets that your employees currently have? And, where do you want to see your organization in 3 years down the line in terms of employee talent and skill set? Do you have social capabilities? Are your employees able to use their mobile devices for accessing their work applications or not? Do you have the right insight into, what's really happening within the organization? Are you really able to capture the pulse of the organization? Do you have analytics? So on and so forth. So, what we will look at is how do we go about tackling these challenges? Now, why our customers are moving to cloud is because of these top 4 reasons. So we keep doing surveys with our customers from time to time, and based on the feedback that we've been able to collect, we know that 70% of our customers is everyone able to see my screen where I'm talking about why customers move to Oracle Cloud? Kelvin?
Yes, I can see why our customers moving to cloud. Yeah.
Okay. Is everybody else also able to see? I have a participant who is not able to see the slide. All right. Since I do not have any input from anybody else, Vinod, probably there's a problem with the network at your end. I'll continue, and if you still face any problem, you can message me on chat. All right. So the top 4 reasons why customers are moving to cloud is number 1, because of user experience. Customers want to use applications that are very intuitive to use, easy to understand. Not a lot of training is required to understand the system and the applications as such. A lot of customers move to cloud because they want to simplify their current IT landscape. They want to consolidate their assets. They also want to streamline their business processes and simplify them because, especially in the field of HR, we generally have a lot of legacy practices that continue, that take place in the organization. So a lot of times organizations want to do away with these legacy practices, and that is why they want to move to cloud so that we can help them adapt the best practices. And then talent management initiative. A lot of customers who have core HR capabilities already in terms of HR systems are now looking to explore talent management initiatives. They want to have a streamlined performance management, for example, talent review and succession planning capabilities, and that is why they want to move to cloud. And the 4th reason is because customers want to avoid upgrades. So we all know what kind of hassles do customers face with on-prem applications. So upgrading your on-prem application is like a new project in itself. So with cloud, that is, however, not the case. It is very easy to release new versions of the application. Talking specifically about Oracle, we've seen 11 releases for Oracle HCM Cloud in the last 5 years. So, so that means we are having releases at the rate of 2 releases per year. So, which is remarkably, tremendous and speaks volumes about our capability of handling cloud. We have 13,000 HCM customers, out of which 6,000 of our customers are already using the Oracle HCM Cloud. All right. So very quickly, some of the numbers around, the kind of success that we've been able to achieve in the field of HCM Cloud. We have 6,000 HCM Cloud customers, out of which 1,300 of our customers use the core HR, modules. We have around 100 go lives happening every quarter. Around 15 million employees for which data exists in our HCM systems. 275 plus Fortune 500 companies that use Oracle HCM Cloud. We have more than 100 tier 1 localizations, 2,000 ERP customers, and then greater than 700 live core HR customers already using Oracle HCM Cloud. So, just a brief snapshot on where we stand currently in terms of our success in the HCM space. Now, some of the largest employers choose Oracle. So as you can see, some of some of the biggest and the largest companies in the world have already adopted Oracle HCM Cloud. So I won't go into a lot of details here, some more logos for you. So Oracle HCM Cloud is complete. So if I were to say what is our unique value proposition, so I would say that Oracle HCM Cloud is the only complete HCM solution available in the market, and that has not just the length of the product in terms of different functionalities and modules, but also breadth of the features and functionalities that we offer across each of these modules. So as you can see, Oracle HCM Cloud is used by customers to simplify, standardize, automate, and centralize their HR business processes. As you can see, this is the entire wheel of the HR business processes that we cover in the system. So the entire cycle of hire to retire, starting from attracting your talent, hiring the right resources at the right time, onboarding them, managing their talent performance, doing goal setting, then managing their compensation data, enabling the employees to grow and develop within the organization, reviewing their talent data, and also managing their time and leave, payroll, benefits, so on and so forth. So we covered all of these within our system. So these are the three tenets around which Oracle HCM Cloud is based. This is a part of our new FY17 messaging, which is engage, inform, and adapt. So we will take a quick look into what exactly all three of these stand for. So engage. If I were to talk about engage, the first thing that will come to my mind, how do I keep my employees engaged in terms of their people processes, is providing them a modern HCM solution. We have this concept of bring your own device to the organizations. The expectation is that the device that I'm using in my daily life, I should be also able to use that device for my work processes, to conduct my work, go on with my routine work life, so on and so forth. So as you can see, we support all kind of mobile devices and smart devices. So whether it's Android or an Apple device or any kind of tablet, the application can be accessed from anywhere. All right. So in terms of engaging the employees, as per a recent survey that was conducted, it shows that an increase of 5% in employee engagement can result in 3% increase in revenue for that company. So that essentially shows us the tremendous power of employee engagement and why there is so much buzz around, keeping your employees engaged. So when I use the word engage, what I mean is that organizations should have the capability of making their employees feel empowered. The employees should feel that they have a voice in the organization, that they are being listened to, that the company cares for them, that they have the right resources in order to go about their processes.
Sound seem to have there's a lack in the sound. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what maybe I'll do is when I go to the next slide, I will wait for a few seconds and then I'll start speaking. All right. Okay.
Let's slow down a little bit.
All right. Okay. So I am talking about one of the first three tenets: engage, inform, and adapt. So I'm talking about engage and what does it mean for organizations. So as you can see on my screen, any industry that we talk about or any experience, for example, shopping experience, we shop on Amazon, then customer service or industries that are driven by customer service or hospitality or transportation. The buzzwords are being data-driven, emerging digital culture, contextual, social, recommendations, it should be personalized, so on and so forth. So we want to experience these same things that we use in our day-to-day life also at our workplace, and that is when your employees feel engaged. A quick example on one of our customers that was able to achieve employee engagement using Oracle HCM Cloud. Standard Life, which has around 8,500 employees across different countries like UK, Canada, Ireland, US, and so on. Some of the challenges that that Standard Life faced was a rapidly changing and modernizing industry, and they had difficulty in maintaining engagement of top performers. So how do you engage your top employees and ensure that your attrition is at a controlled rate? And they also wanted to reward and develop their talent effectively. So they were struggling on how to manage their talent. That is when Standard Life embarked on implementing Oracle HCM Cloud, and some of the measurable business outcomes they were able to achieve was that their entire compensation cycle, they were able to reduce it from earlier 3 months to now 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks. So a lot of saving in terms of shortening of your entire business cycle, your business process cycle. And then they were also able to modernize their engagement system. Employees felt more empowered and engaged. They could now do iterative goal setting. That is, they could use, carry out this exercise of goal setting multiple times in a year. And then they were able to reduce the number of HR systems from 120 to 56. So that initially their landscape was quite messy, and then they were able to consolidate all of these applications on a single platform. Tools to be able to read what's really happening within your organization, having strong reporting capabilities to visualize your data, to understand what's currently going on. And when I say insight not just into present, but also on future. So you have capabilities of planning it in advance. You have forecasting capabilities, and you also have the ability to look into your historical data to understand the trends and patterns, and then be able to take corrective measures. So again, a quick customer success story where the customer was able to convert their pain points into some achievable business outcomes. I won't go into a lot of details here. And then quickly moving on, the next one is adapt. So when I say adapt, what comes to my mind is, number one, branding. So you should be able to brand your application so that it has the same look and feel as your organizational branding. In terms of how the application looks, and so that you feel that it's one of your own application and it's not really a third-party system that you're using. You should be able to extend it. So using Oracle Cloud, you can now create new applications, new mobile applications, so on and so forth. You can create new features on your own using the PaaS component. So essentially, our cloud is extendable and then secure. So whatever personalizations and configurations that you've done should be completely upgrade safe, and that is why we say that our cloud is personalizable, and then it's able to completely adapt to your organizational branding. Again, a customer success story on Macy's, that embarked on a journey of implementing Oracle HCM Cloud, and around 149 processes, as you can see on your screen, were supported out of the box, and extending 13 to meet Macy's unique needs. So a lot of new business processes based on industry best practices that were implemented for Macy's. Again, a quick summary of the top 8 reasons why customers select Oracle HCM Cloud. We offer some of the best customer success management capabilities post-implementation. We are most complete cloud available in the market. Oracle HCM Cloud can be personalized, extended, modern user experience in terms of the overall look and feel that you can offer to your users. global capabilities in terms of localizations and HR business processes from different countries that can be put together on a single platform. Data security and protection, commitment to innovation, and customer community. So, overall, some of the reasons why customers move to Oracle HCM Cloud. We are the strongest HCM offering for organizations of every size in the market. As you can see, this is the Gartner report from 2 different years, 2015 and 16. The first one is the Magic Quadrant for Talent Management Suites, whereas the second one is 2016 Magic Quadrant for HCM Suites for mid-market and large enterprises. And as you can see, Oracle was chosen as, was identified as a leader in both of these Magic Quadrants. All right, so this was overall, the new HCM messaging that we have for FY17. What we will do is we will quickly move into looking at some of the resources that are available, that you can leverage on for your sales or pre-sales engagements. So the number one, as you can see, is Oracle Sales Central for partners. What I will do is I will also quickly, go to Oracle Sales Central, and then, we can discuss what exactly are the kind of resources that are available there. So this is the Sales Central, that is available for all our partners. So, depending on the category of access that you may have, you may or may not be able to see all of the resources here, but for the sake of convenience, I will assume for the moment that you have access to Sales Central and you all, are able to see the same view that I see right now. So when you come to Sales Central, you have different, 2 different tabs. One is enterprise and the other one is mid-size. So based on the exact stage of your sales cycle, we have different resources. So number one is prepare. Then you have resources around attract. And then how do you go about engaging your prospects and customers? And then present, which essentially, will have a lot of presentations and different materials around how do you go about creating content for presentations. So number one, prepare. This typically will have, an overview on.
Share this.
Sorry, just give me a moment.
Auntie, you need to share the Chrome as well, so that we can see that.
Oh, you don't see Chrome?
Yeah, so just now was just, yeah.
Okay, just a moment.
Sorry guys, just fixing the screen error. Yeah.
Are you able to see Chrome?
Yeah.
How about now?
Nope.
Right.
Maybe if you share the desktop.
You see my desktop?
No.
What do you see currently on your screen?
Ah, yes.
You see it?
That.
Okay, great. All right. So because Kelvin can see my screen, so I'm assuming all of you can see my screen as well. I'm currently showing you the Oracle Sales Central for HCM Cloud. So I will quickly repeat what I was talking about. So this is the sales, a portal where you can find different resources for preparing for your sales engagements. As you can see, if you come here, there are 2 tabs. One is information around enterprise, and then, all right, Madhvi, thanks. And then you also have information around mid-size. How do you target mid-size organizations? The information is organized across different sections. So you have content available around prepare, and then attract, engage, and present. So depending on the stage of your sales cycle, you can come to Sales Central and then you can pick and choose resources. So just to give you a quick overview on what kind of content is available within each of these sections. So prepare will typically have content around understanding the different persona of your prospect. So for example, you may be speaking with the VP of HR, you may be speaking with CHRO, or you may be speaking with the head of HR operations, or you may be speaking with the head of talent acquisition. So are people still facing problem with the screen?
It's just the transition is a little bit slow.
Okay. Yeah. All right. All right. So different personas that you will be speaking with. So we have content available around what are the top concerns or challenges for, let's say, the CHRO of the organization, and then what are their priorities in terms of the entire HR landscape that exists within the organization. So this messaging will help you in understanding the persona, what exactly are they looking for, and then you will be able to target or build the messaging accordingly as per their priorities. So that is an overview about what's available under prepare. Then we have a section available on attract. So once you've prepared for the meeting, you've understood what are some of the priorities or challenges that your customer will be facing. You can then start looking into how do you go about building an interest in Oracle HCM Cloud. So you have presentation around the entire Oracle HCM Cloud suite overview here. A global HR solution guide. You have a lot of infographics available, numbers and figures around each of the modules that the document talks about. You also have research papers. So for example, the IDC report, IDC market space on talent acquisition. So you can also download that from here. A lot of other information such as, for example, call scripts. So 2-minute call script, for example, if you're speaking with a prospect, you want to gauge their interest or a quick understanding of the landscape. So what are some of the questions that you should be asking? So you can come here and you can, there's a ready-made call script that is available for different areas, business processes such as talent acquisition. How do you go about sourcing with talent acquisition, talent management, so on and so forth. We also have videos available, so to give a quick introduction to your customers around what are some of our capabilities around each of the product lines. So you can show your prospects videos on recruiting, talent acquisition coupled with social sourcing, core HR, talent management, so on and so forth. Now if I further move down, there is a section on engage. Generated a buzz or an interest mind of your prospect. How do you still keep them engaged? So some of the top objections that we face from our customers. So there's a document that contains these popular customer objections, and then what should probably be the response in handling these objections, and then some other documents around how do you interview your customer around talent acquisition, talent management, so on and so forth. And then towards the end, we have content available around present. So for example, the overall messaging that I showed you, content like that. So modern HR in the cloud, or if you have a customer who's an installed base and you want to move that customer to cloud from on-prem. So how do you go about targeting, and what kind of messaging or HR terminology that you should be using? So all of that content is available here. So overall, I would say that the content on Sales Central is good enough for your first level and also your first level meetings and also your demos. So we will look at some of the demo resources also that are available with us. But a lot of times you may not want to actually go directly into a system demo. So a lot of good resources available here on how do you keep your prospects engaged. All right. The second is information available on cloud.oracle.com. So in addition to Sales Central, we also have a lot of material available on Oracle HCM Cloud on our website, www.oracle.com. So the way I access this page is that I went to oracle.com, and then from the solutions I chose human capital management, and then it brings me to this page. I'm assuming you can all see the Oracle Human Capital Management Cloud product section that I'm showing you on oracle.com. Calvin, can you see the Ruby's awards?
Yep.
Okay, great. All right. A lot of information is now available here. This is all public information on oracle.com. So as you can see, an overview of different solution offerings that we have, modern HR in the cloud. And then if you click here, then it will further take you into a lot of other resources that are available. What is in the spotlight? So you will generally have this content which is changed, in a few months. Then you have info wall, infographics, couple of videos, and then also how do you go about targeting, different roles within the organization. So you have content available based on the roles as well. We also have modern best practice content available. A lot of content which is available specifically around global HR and talent management, and what are some of the modern best practices that big organizations follow. So you can always point. Can everybody please mute themselves?
I've muted everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
So sorry, Mansi, maybe I could just interrupt you here for a second. Guys, I think it's important to know these couple of things that Mansi is showing you, because a lot of times we get our sales guys saying that, hey, how come a partner is asking me for presentation slides or documents and everything? Actually, the past 1 year, websites that Mansi is showing you, and go through them. You really get a lot of resources available to partners these days. Okay, passing it back to partners these days. Okay, passing it back to Mansi.
All right, thanks, Calvin. So so just to continue, a lot of content is available, and you can, because this is all public information, you can always, without asking, you can direct your prospects and customers to this, where they can, do some self-reading, or if they are looking for some specific information, maybe you can, provide them specific links from within here. So overview, and then as we talked about some of the roles information, what are the different solutions that are available, so on and so forth. So as you can see, a lot of different content is available. If you come to the solutions part, you will have information organized, based on what are the different subject areas that we talk about within HR. So, for example, global HR, talent management, workforce rewards, workforce management, so on and so forth. So we have a lot of information available here. Now, a very interesting thing that I would like to show you, I'm assuming some of you may already be aware. If you come to this link, so on the right side, you can see some of these options. There's an option called Try It. So if you click on Try It, there's an option called Oracle HCM Cloud. If you click here, it will essentially take you to a quick tour of our application. We have in the last 1 or 2 years, we launched quick tours for all our different applications, whether it's HCM or ERP or CX. So this is a good way of giving a first feeler to your customer in terms of how does the Oracle application actually looks like. What can be done is that you can. All right, so I will. I think the video is lagging for some of you. All right, I can post this link definitely. Is everybody able to hear me? I believe some participants are facing challenges in the audio.
I think that is only Prabhu.
All right, okay. So I am currently at this URL, which is called the quick tour. You can provide this URL to all of your prospects and customers. What they essentially need to do is they need to come to this URL and they need oracle.com. Name, organization, email ID, so on and so forth. And then they will be able to create an account on oracle.com. So if I click on sign in to oracle.com, I will see a message, a disclaimer that I need to agree to. And then if I click on I agree and I click on HCM Cloud, it will take me to a dummy version of the application. This is not a live system, so any change that you may do here does not get committed on the database. So it's it's a good way to keep your to introduce the Oracle HCM product to your customers and prospects. We will go into a quick demo of the quick tour, maybe at a later stage. So I will go back to the content available on oracle.com. We will come to the quick tour in some time. All right. Now, in addition to what I showed you, which gives you an overall view on the Oracle HCM Management Cloud, Human Capital Management Cloud, and also what are the different solution areas, and how do you target some of the roles, common roles present in the organization. There is another place, again on oracle.com, which is cloud.oracle.com. And if you come to applications, and then within applications, if you choose HCM, so it will bring you to this page. I'm posting the link in the chat. All right. So again, you have a lot of content again available here. So as you can see on my screen, we have two different base service that are available for HCM. The number one is your HCM based service that we call Global Human Resources Cloud, and then we also have the talent management based cloud service. So as you can see, the information here is segregated essentially, on these two services. So any prospect that, for example, is looking into talent management cloud, so you can come here and then you can share this URL with them, wherein they can, have a quick overview of the application. They can watch a quick video. They can also download an ebook, on the overall talent management capabilities that we have. If I scroll down, you can see the different highlights. So for example, an infographic which is available on Oracle Talent Management. Then we do have customer success videos that are regularly posted on this link. So you can share this video as well with your prospect. And then, you can read articles, content available from Oracle blog also is posted here from time to time. As you can see, the information has been organized in different tabs. So there's an overview and then there's features. So you can take a quick look on what exactly is available within Talent Management Cloud. So you have talent acquisition and then what exactly is available within talent acquisition. Then when you talk about performance, what are the different capabilities or solution areas that we have within performance, career and succession, so on and so forth. You also have very important, I was about to cover this at a later stage, but probably we will talk about it right now. You also have pricing information available here. So as you can see, we do have a bit of guidance available on what is an estimate pricing around, let's say, talent acquisition. So talent acquisition is somewhere around 5 USD per employee per month. And then similarly, figures are also given for performance in succession. So this is a good place, to give your customer where to start from in terms of pricing. However, as we all know, detailed pricing will always depend on what exactly is the BOM, of your entire deal, what exactly are the services that your customers, going to subscribe for, so on and so forth. So if you have detailed questions around pricing, you can always, talk to your sales rep, or you can always speak with an Oracle representative around, what will be, let's say, an overall pricing based on the customer requirement. All right. So in addition to this, let me quickly just check what else do I have available on oracle.com. Okay, now we are going to talk about how do we go about finding customer success stories. So, if you are looking for reference information, or what are some of the other customers where we have been able to successfully implement Oracle HCM Cloud. So there's a page for customer search. Let me just, okay, I don't have that open here. All right. Again, so this link is again hosted on oracle.com, which means this is all public information. So let me post this on the chat as well. So this link is essentially a kind of a repository for finding customer success stories in terms of case studies or videos or press releases or information available in Oracle blog. So any kind of information can be filtered, and then accordingly you can pick and choose the information that you would like to share. So if you come to this page, as you can see, there are a lot of filters that are available. I will wait for a few seconds to let all of you come to this page. All right. So as you can see, it's called Oracle Success Search. Again, the information is organized on the basis of solutions, or what industry are you looking into. So for example, if I expand the solutions space, so I can choose Human Capital Management Cloud. And then specifically, if I'm looking for a particular industry, engineering, construction, education, research, life sciences, I can choose that and I can filter content. Let's say professional services. And then again, you can also choose different products. So, I looking into applications, cloud, middleware, so on and so forth. And then you can also filter content based on region. If you're looking specifically into APAC or ASEAN resources, you can also come and filter here. So as you can see, based on the filters that I've chosen, different search results have come up. So as you can see, this is a customer success story. I can click this link and then I can read more about what exactly was the sales cycle, what were the different products that the customer subscribed, so on and so forth. A lot of these links also are customer videos. So for example, you can see a video on Indus Towers, for example, or Teletech, reduces recruitment time, so on and so forth. So again, a lot of material and content available around customer references and success stories that are available on public domain. So there's you do not always need to go to different Oracle representatives, or within your organizations you don't need to go anywhere. You can just come here and without second thoughts, because this is public information, you can share these links with your prospects. All right, so the last resource that I would like to show you is the Demo Central. So all partners within OPN Access, my understanding is that they have access to Demo Central. Demo Central is a repository that is exclusively used mainly by pre-sales for finding the right content for demos, and also if you would like to request for a demo instance, so you can come here and you can register your ticket. Can you all please mute yourselves?
Yes.
I still hear some disturbance. All right, thank you. Okay, so can you all see the Demo Central currently on my screen? All right, great. So the view for you may be a little different because I am an Oracle employee, so I may have some of the additional privileges on Demo Central that the partners may not have. So we will be talking about two main functionalities that are available here. Number one, store. So the store is where you can find content for your demos. So for example, if I come here and I click on HCM Cloud, it will show me the different demo scripts or presentations or any kind of other collateral material which is available around Oracle HCM Cloud. So as you can see on my screen, a lot of demo scripts are enabled for partner access. That means you can also access these. So if I choose a filter, security level as partner, so it filters out a lot of content which is available for partner access as well. So for example, you will have demo script or some other materials, presentations available on how do you go about personalizing Oracle HCM Cloud. And then HCM Cloud Mobile, how do you download the TAP application, what exactly are the feature functionalities, how do you go about demoing the mobile TAP application, so on and so forth. So all of that content is available here. So if I specifically, for example, okay, I choose talent and succession. Right, so this is specifically around how do you review your talent, your population on talent based on different kind of analysis that are available. So as you can see, there's a Word doc available, which is probably a demo script. And then my assumption is that all of you have access to the same document as well. So a lot of content available here. You can go through these demo scripts. They're usually quite comprehensive, and they present a very logical flow on what exactly are the things we should be talking about, what should be a starting point in terms of a demo, and then different steps or the entire cycle that you can cover in a demo, so on and so forth. So very very useful content available here on Demo Central. All right. The next thing that I would like to show you is, how do you register for a demo instance? In the recent past, I've noticed that, there was some, so the partner raised a request for, one of our partners raised a request here for a demo instance. However, the information provided was not correct. So, So how do you go about, registering a ticket, and what are some of the, information that you should be providing? So if you come here, you can choose the product. So I will come here and I will say HCM. So I'm looking for a Fusion HCM demo instance. If you Instead, you can also request for a Taleo zone. So for example, if you have a recruiting demo or a learn demo, you can instead choose the TEE and learn title which is available here. So you can either choose Fusion HCM or you can choose Taleo depending on what kind of a demo that you're currently doing. So if, for example, I choose TEE and learn standalone demo instance, I will click here and then the system will take me to a form wherein I need to fill in the other information such as what exactly is my demo date, and then what is the start date for the environment access that I'm currently looking for. So if you come here, system will prompt you, to fill in this form. So what exactly is the demo purpose? And then if you have any opportunities, I'm assuming you may not probably have to fill in a lot of information. So, if you have a customer name for which you're currently doing your demo, then you can fill in your comments for the team. And then you can choose the environment information, what kind of image that you need for the environment. If you specifically want to want a demo instance which is R11, you can choose all of that information. Now, very important thing to note here is the activity start date. So this is something that I would like to emphasize on. So this is very important because let's say you have a demo after 15 days and you need an instance immediately. If you need an instance immediately, you should fill in the start date as today's date or tomorrow's date. You should not put a start date which is next week in case you are looking urgently for an instance, because the team will get an alert depending on the start date. So make sure that you provide the right information here, and then you can also put in your demo date. You should provide the correct demo date as well, because a lot of time there is system maintenance, and the team that looks into granting access to environments, they will flash out messages or they will be sending you emails on when there is an expected downtime. So it is very important to log in correct information on demo date so that the team knows that you have a demo, let's say today, and then and hence there should be no disturbance or an impact on your demo. So very easy, you can just fill in information, click on next. It will then ask you for some other information that you can fill out, and then an alert will be sent out to the team, and then you will be provided with a demo instance. So two main functionalities that I wanted to show you on Demo Central. I hope this gives you some kind of clarity or visibility into how can you look for resources on doing demos. Does anyone have any question so far?
Should we unmute one round? Okay, guys, maybe we'll just unmute the sessions and see if anybody has questions they can ask. Might get a lot of...
What's his name? Gyan. That's the migration. It is for this.
So is anybody has any questions?
Yeah.
You can
So,
ask?
you actually both your splitting this right?
Guys, we opened the chat for questions. If you have any questions,
Okay, I'm sure you saw the email I sent.
those who do not have a question can mute themselves.
Sent Friday she sent, today she sent.
Based cloud.
She finds it dragging away because the reason is they want to exercise the maintenance. By 15th of
Performance management.
Okay, so that experiment wasn't very successful. So maybe if you have a questions, there is a little tab at the bottom of your chat. It's a little hand that if you press it, it's raise hand. So once you do that, I'll unmute you and you can ask the questions. Okay?
So does anyone have any questions so far?
Yeah, that's a question from Roshan and Abir on chat.
All right, so Abir has a question. Does the demo require long to load or special access requirements? Right, so as I was talking about earlier, Abir, you need to log a ticket so that the team can provide you exclusive access to a demo zone. So they will send you a URL to the instance that they've allocated for you. It typically takes around 1 to 2 working days for the team to come back to you with an exclusive environment. Again, that is dependent on some of the factors. So for example, if it's festive season or it's end of the year, it will probably take them more than 2 working days to get back to you. So it is always advisable to plan, to plan in advance, and then give the team enough time to be able to service you better. I hope that answers your question. I have a question from Roshan. Does Oracle demo environment available for every cloud partner? Yes, it is. So every partner will have access to Demo Central via their OPN access. And then once you have access, you will be able to log a ticket or download content which is available for partners here.
Yeah, so for anybody that needs the access to Oracle Demo, what I'll do is after today's session, we'll send out the steps on how to apply for one. Okay? Abir, I'll unmute you. You can ask a question. Abir, go ahead.
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Abir, we can hear you.
You got to speak up a little bit.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted contact for phone number or a helpline team. That would be nice for the resource information suppose and for the demo environment also. Like probably we are on a client side at the moment. The environment isn't working, something like that. So urgent contact is it possible?
Yeah. So Abir, after today's sessions, we also send you my contacts. So if you have questions regarding to getting access to demo environments, you can always ping me. Okay? We also have a question from Mohammed Noman. Noman, if you're online, you can ask.
Okay, so my question was, I heard about the public clouds. Are they readily available for everyone to access, and should they be used for demo?
Public cloud. So do you mean, is it for HCM specific?
It is for HCM and also for the other applications.
Okay, so all our HCM, ERP, CX, cloud environments, they are all available in demo.oracle.com.
For within
For
demo.oracle.com, there are a few options.
options.
You either
You
go
either
for
go for
the shared environment, which is in this sense the most public version because anybody can just log use the same environment. But if you need to demo to a specific customer, you request for the dual server environment. That means you get a individual environment for a period of, let's say, 2 to 3 weeks for you to demo specifically. So there's these two types of environments that are available. Okay?
Yes, fine. I'm muting myself.
Great. Go ahead, Mansi.
All right, so if there are no further questions around some of the resources that we saw, I will move back to my presentation. Just give me a minute, I will share my presentation. All right, so all of you can see my screen where I'm currently flashing the Oracle Talent Management Cloud presentation.
Yep.
Okay, I have Helen saying that the screen cannot be seen. All right, no problem. I will wait for a few seconds.
Yeah, it's slowly loading up.
Yeah, it's slowly loading. All right. All right, great. Okay, I will wait for 5-6 more seconds and then we will start.
Yeah.
So now we will be talking specifically about the talent management cloud. I'll take you through a similar kind of messaging that we saw for the overall HCM solution offering. So we will now talk specifically around talent management and what are some of the capabilities around it. And so I won't spend a lot of time on this because my assumption is that most of you will be already aware with what exactly are some of the solution offerings available. And instead what we can do is after spending around 10 minutes here on the presentation, we can go to the quick tour that we earlier talked about, and then we can spend some time looking into the system. So talent is your greatest asset. Talent shortage is one of the most common challenge that organizations are currently facing. Despite the fact that there are so many people available, talented people available in the market, companies are struggling, finding the right resources at the right cost at the right time. So human capital shortage is the #1 concern of all CEOs and CHROs across the board. 83% of the companies do not have any leadership pipeline. That means that they do not have any succession plans or any planning or forecasting capabilities around what will happen if somebody in the leadership team leaves the organization. So who are the right people who can take their place? Do they have the right skills? Are we able to measure what kind of capabilities do our employees have, so on and so forth? So some of the challenges that companies are facing today in terms of talent management. Research has shown that companies who invest in talent management technologies and systems have, they outperform their competitors, and then they are able to bring about a unique focus on the talent management practices within the organization. some of the questions, that organizations need to ask themselves today are whether, they're treating their candidates like customers. So, our candidates or our employees are no more just our employees. They are our partners. And then, the most valuable asset that is available within an organization today are the employees and their skill set. So do we treat our candidates and employees, the way they would like us to treat them? Do we have succession plans for our top performers? Do we know when exactly? Are we able to predict when exactly our employees, run the risk of leaving us? And do we know what kind of potential or performance capabilities our employees have, so on and so forth? Do we have social collaboration available within the organization? So some of the questions that organizations should be asking, and then some of the areas where they should be investing going forward within the HCM space. I will wait for a few seconds. What I'm currently showing you is, is the complete life cycle in terms of talent management. So what you will see on the screen is our full end-to-end talent-centric solution that starts with sourcing the right talent, being able to screen your candidates, selecting the right candidates in terms of, the right assessment or interviews, so on and so forth, and then being able to onboard the talent in a faster and a quicker way so that the employees get productive within the organization in a fast manner and very quickly. So, so some of the business processes around talent acquisition that I talked about. Then are you able to manage the performance of your employees? Do your employees have the right tools and the right resources to learn and grow within your organization? So this part of the business process talks about modules such as performance management, goal management, also the Learn platform. It could be Taleo Learn, or now we also have Fusion Learn, which is available for employees to self-learn and develop their capabilities within the organization. And then the last aspect of the cycle is being able to review your talent. Do you take a timely stock of where your organization stands in terms of the availability of talent? What are the skill sets that you're looking for to grow in the next 2 to 3 years? And do your employees have the means or the capabilities to acquire these skill sets within the organization? Are you able to build succession plans? Do your employees have the capability to work on individual development plans? In terms of system, are they able to put in all this information in a single place for you to take a measurement of what your employee aspirations are in terms of their growth and development? So overall, these are the modules that we offer within talent management, and we will take a quick look into each of these in detail. Okay, 57% organizations think that talent acquisition is their current top priority. That's purely because it's very important to hire the right people, and then giving them the means to develop within the organization. So talking specifically about talent acquisition now, we have 3 different solution areas within talent acquisition, as you may be aware of, which is recruiting, social sourcing, and onboarding. So using these, you can connect and engage with your candidates. You can give them, world-class experience in terms of, when a candidate logs into your website, does he struggle to find information, to fill in the form, the hiring form that is there? Or is it very easy, and, are you asking for a lot of information which is not required? So on and so forth. So you can, we can help you to build your candidate websites that offer world-class experience to your candidates in terms of submitting an application, finding the right job, and then also in terms of recruiters, giving them capabilities around social sourcing. So do you currently leverage on social media platforms such as LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter in order to hire the right resources or not? Are you able to quickly select the best talent which is available in the market and improve your productivity? So essentially talking about metrics such as how much time does it take for you to fill a requisition or a vacancy within the organization? Then reducing time to productivity and onboarding costs. So once you've hired the employees, it's very essential that we give them the right resources, the right means of development so that they can quickly become productive within the organization. Do we have the right resources? And then you also need to have the insight across your entire process. So not just giving the right capabilities, but do you have analytics and dashboards capabilities? Do you have the right reporting capabilities around talent acquisition or not? Again, some of the trends across learning. So how do high impact learning organizations, so organizations that give a lot of emphasis and value to a learning culture within them. So how do these outperform their peers? So if I am as an organization, I'm a learning organization, I will have 37% greater employee productivity. My employees know what exactly they are doing, and then they have a better ability to perform and deliver quality products. As you can see, 26% greater ability to deliver quality products, so on and so forth. So I'm currently on the screen that shows you a screenshot of Taleo Learn. So learning with Oracle HCM Cloud. Very recently, we also have introduced Fusion Learn. So we have two different product lines around learning now available. So your entire traditional classroom training or your traditional LMS capabilities are available currently on Taleo Learn. And then we do have social capabilities now available on Fusion Learn. So, two different product lines. We will be looking at Fusion Learn in a bit more detail once we get over with the talent management part. Again, some of the industry trends available around performance management. I'll just skip this. So performance management provides you visibility into your organizational goals. Are your goals aligned? Are you able to cascade your organizational goals step by step within your organization so that everybody or every employee's goal is aligned top bottom to your organizational goal or not? And then are you able to complete your evaluations on time or not? Do your employees know how to go about completing that performance evaluations? Do you know based on the performance evaluation exercise that you've conducted within the organization? Are you able to capture data based on who are your top performers? What are your skill gaps, and what exactly are the corrective action that you need to take? So Oracle Performance Management enables you to answer some of those questions. So after performance and goal, we have career and succession planning. So career development and succession planning are other modules. These are some of the advanced modules that are also available within our talent management platform. So organizations that are looking to develop capabilities beyond just doing performance evaluations can subscribe to career development. So using career development, organizations can identify their high potential talent. So you can essentially create a talent profile for all your employees. You can, you can see information on their potential. So do your employees have high potential or not? What is the risk of flight? So on and so forth. what is the attrition risk that your employee faces. So we have partnered with PwC Saratoga, where we have around 200 different factors available within the platform, the entire HCM platform, that enables the system to predict the behavior of the employee. So 200 different factors, for example, how much, how many sick leaves the employee has taken in the past 1 year. When was the last salary hike given to the employee? When was the last promotion given to the employee? How many months has he spent in the same position or in the same role that he is currently doing? So, 200 of such different factors that once fed into the system, go into calculating and coming up with different kind of predictions around potential and attrition information as well. So strong capabilities around workforce predictions, so on and so forth. So a lot of other skills that we've already talked about, creating individual development plans. Are your employees able to map their aspirations with your competency framework or not, so on and so forth. All right, so a quick summary of why Oracle Talent Management Cloud, because we have advanced capabilities beyond performance and goal management. We, using a system, you can review your talent and then you can drive their succession plans, which essentially talks about forecasting or planning in advance in the HR space. So a lot of organizations do have capabilities of studying where they currently stand, and they also have the means to study their historical data. But modules such as talent review and succession planning enable you to forecast and plan in advance in terms of your talent shortages. You are able to predict the performance and attrition, as we earlier spoke about workforce prediction. So we have strong capabilities around workforce modeling, workforce predictions, where the employees or the organizations can do what if analysis or a simulation of different scenarios within the system, and the system can then predict what is the expected behavior of the employee. And then we have social embedded throughout the system. So using our system, there's a lot of capabilities around social collaboration that can be promoted within the organization. So some of the customer success stories around what customers have been able to achieve using the talent management suite. And then talent management is a part of the overall Oracle HCM Cloud suite. I will wait for the slide to get loaded. So as you can see, this is the complete offering around HCM and how talent management sits within the suite. And this is one single platform. Everything is integrated. That means that the data, you only have one single source of truth for your data. It only needs to be fed once in the system, and then different parts of the system will automatically pick up data from different modules. All right, so that was around talent management. Before we go into a quick demo of the quick tour, some of the other roadmap items that I wanted to talk about. So as I mentioned earlier, we do have a lot of new solution offerings in the last 1 or 2 years that Oracle has come up with. As you can see on my screen, some of the new offerings are My Volunteering, which is a part of the overall work-life solutions solution offering that we have, HR Help Desk, and then we have Fusion Learning, and then we also have Workforce Planning, which is now available. So we will quickly take a look into each of these services and what exactly are the capabilities. So I'm going to talk about Fusion Learn now. Is everybody able to see my screen on learning? Roger. All right, so Nandita has a question. Do we have any roadmap for Fusion recruitment? So Nandita, there are no plans as such. That's because we already use one of the most comprehensive and the most popular talent acquisition tool which is available in the market, which is Taleo. When we hired Taleo, they were already the market leader, and they still remain. We still remain the market leader in the talent acquisition space. Our market segment is more than 50%. And our close competitor is IBM Connexa in the recruitment space, with a market segment of around 30%, if I'm not wrong. So, you can see that there is a lot of difference between us, the leading talent acquisition vendor, and the close competitor. So, the simple answer, as of now, we do not have plans for Fusion recruitment. All right, so very quickly again, is everybody able to see the learning slide that I'm flashing? Okay, so Calvin says yes. All right, so learning is, a new module that we recently launched on Fusion. It's built on the native Fusion application. That means it's a seamless part of the entire HCM suite. There's absolutely no need of integration. There's no question of integration because it's the same platform on which the other HCM modules sit on. Some of the capabilities that we already have in the R11 version of Fusion Learn. Okay, so currently what you see is the entire how we envision Fusion Learn. I will also talk about R11 capabilities in the next slide. So as you can see, learning, Fusion Learn is beyond social learning. So means of learning such as peer-to-peer learning, being able to share videos, tutorials, your traditional LMS system where you can do ILT or instructor-led training sessions, you can plan logistics or your resources, you can create content that is SCORM or AICC standards compliant, you can host different kind of content from different service providers. As long as it's compliant with the industry standards that we follow, you can upload any of these content available within the system. Fusion Learn will also have mobile offline required learning. As you can see here, a lot of our customers, the expectation is that the employees should be able to access the learning content on their mobile, and it should also be available in an offline mode. So we will have capabilities around offline learning as well on Fusion Learn. Then embedded and contextual learning. So it's not just about letting your employees or giving them a means to find learning resources, but also being able to recommend contextual information, which is essential for their growth. So, we have recommendation capability where either the manager or the system administrator or even the employees themselves can recommend training courses to other employees. Similar to, for example, using LinkedIn or Facebook, for example, wherein you can share a video or a content with anyone who's added in your list. And then, different learning outcomes, learning paths, so on and so forth. One important use case with Fusion Learn would be that using both performance and learn on the same platform, organizations will now be able to recommend courses based on their competency framework. One of the most, highly common gap that currently that we face in terms of Taleo Learn is that even though I know what is the performance rating of my organization in the HCM system, and I have all my learning content available on Taleo Learn, I cannot predict, the system cannot predict courses that are important for an for the employee. So if I'm a top performer, what are the courses, as per the organizational competency framework that I should be looking at? So a lot of integration and capabilities currently need to be built by the implementation partner. However, once organizations move on to Fusion Learn, a system will be able to predict and build this capability for them. Okay, I have a question from Vinod. What is the expected timeline for delivery of all these Fusion learning capabilities? So, Vinod, currently what I'm showing on my screen, I'm now at the R11 features available. If you can see that on your screen, we have all these features already available with R11. And then I will also in the next slide talk about some of the capabilities that are coming up in R12. There is no timeline for R12, but R12 will be coming out very soon. Is the information that I have available with me. So what I already have available on Fusion Learn in R11, the key themes are social and video. So we still have a long way to go in terms of matching our capabilities with the traditional LMS. But we do have social and other capabilities already. So for example, you can consume, create and publish videos on the Fusion Learn platform already. You can publish tutorials. These tutorials could be internal or external videos. You can also use YouTube videos, for example, and you can create these content. Any other content available in terms of a URL or any other learn content, we already have support for SCORM. So any SCORM compliant content can be hosted. Managers can assign required learning and track completion. So any of the videos or the content that you created on Fusion Learn, the managers can already assign them to their employees. And then we have peer-to-peer recommendations. So as I earlier talked about, you can, as an employee or as a learner, you can recommend different learning content to your peers. You can like, comment on these videos and tutorials. So we do have social capabilities available. You can follow contributors. So you can create an SME or a contributor in the system, and then your entire learning population can follow that SME expertise, and then you can whatever is posted by the contributor, it is available in the feed of all of your employees. And then you can also report inappropriate content. If there is something that you feel is not suitable for your organization, you can also report that to the system administrator, because this is very important, because when we talk about social, there's a lot of there's a need to censor the content that is available on your social media platforms. So now I am on the features coming in R11 screen. I will wait for a few seconds for the screen to load, and then we will talk about what is coming in R12. All right, so can everyone see my screen on release 12?
Yep.
All right, okay. Okay, Helen says no, so I will wait for some more time. All right, Abir says he's able to see the screen, so I will proceed. So the key themes for R12 will be compliance and contextual. So we will have compliance learning available, which means that if there is any industry regulation or compliance-based content that needs to be hosted, you will have the capability to do that in R12. So you will have the capability to create a learning catalog. You will be able to manage your courses, classes, and specializations. So you will be able to create ILT courses, and then we will have support for SCORM 1.2 and 2004 standard. We do not have AICC support in R12 yet, but we will have SCORM compliant content that can be hosted in R12. Then you can manage your learning assignments, due dates, and track completions. So, in Taleo Learn, for example, in the widget, for example, as of today, you can create assignments, you can mark due dates and what is the completion track. So you will be able to do all of that in R12. You will be able to capture feedback. you will be able to take participant feedback in the form of surveys and evaluations. Contextual learning, again based on your position or any other rule that you may create in the system. So you will have learning content that will be available to the participants based on the context. We will have OTBI reporting available for Learn in R12. We will have mobile support. So whatever you see on Fusion Learn will be also available on the mobile. And then we will also have HCM data loader capabilities for uploading and downloading learning objects in the system. So some of the capabilities around R12. I will move on to workforce planning now. So while the screen loads, to just give you a background on workforce planning. So workforce, we currently in HCM, we do not have capabilities of resourcing and, also capturing cost information in terms of how do you get, the talent from, and what will be the cost impact on your entire planning. So all of that can now be done using workforce planning. So if you are able to see my screen, you can see that using workforce planning, organizations can create workforce plans. They can create them, analyze, execute. They can do strategic plan creation. They can create templates, and they can use these templates then for creating different workforce plans for the organizations. We will have capabilities for planning optimization and also monitoring the plan progress. You will be able to capture costing and headcount views. So, what exactly are the costs, which is mapped to each of, your different stages of your workforce plan. You will be able to capture that cost as well. Within workforce planning, we have 3 different components. So we already have workforce modeling and workforce predictions available on HCM-based cloud service. So those are the 2 capabilities, that organizations can use for workforce planning. And in addition to this, they will have strategic workforce planning, that is SWP, also available. So SWP by definition is a part of our ERP suite. And increasingly our HR customers see value in using workforce planning within their HCM suite as well. All right. Ferdy says the slide transition is very slow. I know that Ferdy, unfortunately, there's not much that I can do. Are you able to see my slide on workforce planning?
I can see it.
You can see it? Ferdy, can you see my screen? All right. Okay, great. Yeah. So as you can see, workforce planning, 3 different components that I talked about: workforce modeling, workforce predictions, and then also strategic workforce planning, which is a part of the ERP suite. So all 3 of them clubbed together will be offered as workforce planning. Right, so I move forward. My volunteering, I will not spend a lot of time, let me do a time check. So my volunteering, again, as I said, one of the recent, additions that we have to the work-life solution offerings that we have. So we had my competitions, my wellness, and my reputations before this, and we now have an addition called My Volunteering. Essentially, it's a volunteering marketplace for your employees where they can come together and they can work together on different volunteering projects and activities going on in your organization. This module essentially will enable you to create a sense of community and also team building within the enterprise. I will wait for some time for the slide to load. I am currently showing you how does My Volunteering look like in terms of system. So as the name suggests, My Volunteering, employees can keep a track of how many number of hours are they spending on different volunteering activities. As an HR administrator, you can create different kind of projects or different kind of volunteering activities available within the system, and employees can then come here and they can register themselves. They can recommend different projects or activities to their colleagues, and then you can also calculate, you can also keep a track on, for example, how much funds you're able to raise for a particular activity, so on and so forth. You can create causes, so any special cause that is, that's and then based on the causes you care for, system will on a contextual basis, system will then recommend different activities and projects to you. So that's in a nutshell on my volunteering. I will come to HR Help Desk. So HR Help Desk, as the name suggests, I can see that some of you are not able to see the screen yet, but don't worry. You can listen to me for the time being. So HR Help Desk, as the name suggests, is an advanced capability around doing, managing your employee issues and, managing your entire HR service delivery model. So a lot of organizations who do have HR capabilities around core HR and talent, they do not have capabilities of delivering workforce, management in terms of monitoring tickets. They do not have a platform where their employees can go and they can log their issues. And then there's no way of monitoring or keeping a track of these issues and getting back to your employees. Usually what happens is that employees will directly go to the HR, who will then keep a manual track in the form of an Excel of different employee issues, and then they will get back to the employees either via an email or a face-to-face discussion. So such organizations who are currently struggling with managing employee issues can use HR Help Desk. So what Help Desk enables you to do is it enables you to simplify the resolution of complex employee issues. You're able to provide a guided resolution for frequently addressed issues. So if there is any issue that the employees frequently have, or a lot of employees come to you, you can provide them a guided resolution instead of answering to each of these queries one by one. And then you can ensure compliance wherever required. So I am currently flashing a screenshot from the system on how the HR Help Desk looks like. So it's very similar to any other ticketing tool that you may have seen or worked with. So as you can see, there is a service request that has been raised by an employee, and there's a quick summary available for that service request. So, what exactly is the problem? The employees can put a title, and when was the issue reported? What is the category? So is it employment related, or is it, any functional process related, any other business process related? So you can define those. You can define the queue. So if you have teams working at different locations, so you can create a queue for, let's say, you can create a queue for India region, you can create a separate queue for Singapore, and you can create a separate queue for Malaysia, so on and so forth. Employees will be able to attach documents here, and then you will be able to also mark the severity. Different kinds of alerts and notifications can also be configured based on who exactly needs to take an action on the ticket. And then the HR will be able to respond to these tickets either via an email that can be sent via the system, or there is a social component, and then the HR and the employee can also exchange messages using the social platform available within HR Help Desk. Okay, the next slide that I would like to talk about is the capability comparison between HR Help Desk and the Oracle Service Cloud. I will wait for some time for the slide to load. We do have Oracle Service Cloud, which is a part of our CX offering, customer experience offering, which is a broader and a more comprehensive product line as compared to HR Help Desk. And this slide will essentially tell you what exactly are the differences between Oracle Service Cloud and HR Help Desk, and how do you target HR Help Desk, or how do you position HR Help Desk to the prospect. So if you all can see my screen, a lot of capabilities which are available on Service Cloud are not available on HR Help Desk. That is because HR Help Desk is not a competing product with Oracle Service Cloud, and it is specifically targeted for the HR community. So we do have capabilities around an email response that can be triggered with the system, from the system. But then unlike Service Cloud, you cannot do a live chat, or you do not have email management or a co-browse capability. We can also in Oracle in HR Help Desk, you can do service request management. As we earlier saw, you can do ticketing. You can keep a track of different tickets, and then you can submit responses, take action, so on and so forth. We do have social collaboration, and we also have HR Help Desk available on mobile. But then all of the other capabilities around knowledge management, policy automation, some of these capabilities will not be present around HR Help Desk. An important thing to note around HR Help Desk is that HCM base is mandatory. So only HCM customers can buy HR Help Desk. Only if they subscribe to the HCM based cloud service, they will be able to also buy HR Help Desk. That means that we cannot position HR Help Desk to non-HCM customers, which is a key information to note here. All right, so I'm done with the 4 roadmap items that we talked about, and we can quickly move into the demo now. So let me share Chrome as well. Are you able to see Chrome?
Yes, not yet. Refreshing. All
right, I will wait for the screen to refresh. So what we will do is we will go into a quick demo of talent management. So while the screen loads, does anyone have any question around the roadmap items or the talent management positioning that we earlier talked about? Any questions?
I can see a screen now.
All right.
It's a question from Inda. When will R12 be released?
All right, thanks for the question. So as I earlier mentioned, there is currently no timeline for R12. What we do know is that it will be coming out shortly. So we can expect news coming out anytime now on R12. Vinod has a question. Where can we access your 2 presentations? So
we'll share the recording right after the session.
Right. Yep. So Vinod, we will be sharing the recording of the session with you after the session. And what we can also do is probably share the presentation with you, all the content that we were talking about. We will not be able to share the roadmap items that we talked about, but the rest of the other slides that we've seen, we can definitely share that with you. Okay, so we have a question from Abir. Okay, all right, Vinod, we will share the PPT. So Abir has a question. Can you please distinguish between Clio Learn and Fusion Learn and the example of where to pitch which product, right? So As as we saw, Abir, we do have limited capabilities around just social and video sharing currently available on Fusion Learn. We do have a roadmap for R12 and R13, and within the next 1 and 2 years, we will have a full-fledged LMS, LMS capability available also in Fusion Learn. However, since we do not have that, the sales guidance is that for any customer who is looking to implement Learn or LMS in the next couple of months, they do not have a very long timeline. So, and the requirement is that they need a full-fledged traditional LMS. We do not have any choice but to position Learn in that case. However, if the customer can wait, so for example, in the phased implementation, where they do not have a very long timeline, additional first core HR, the first 3 months we will be implementing core HR, then couple of other months we will be implementing talent, and then in the last phase probably we can implement Learn. In that case where the implementation timeline is, let's say, beyond 7 to 8 months from now, we can definitely position Fusion Learn to such customers. Because with time and with new releases, we will have advanced capabilities on Fusion Learn. So that is, some of the sales guidance that we have. And regarding distinguishing between Taleo Learn and Fusion Learn, so what I can do is I can share, when I will share the PPT, I will retain the R12 capabilities of Fusion Learn in that slide, and then it will be helpful for you to compare Taleo Learn with Fusion Learn. So I hope, Abir, that answers your question. All right. Any other questions before we proceed to the demo?
There's
no question. All right. Okay. So we will proceed to the demo then. So as you can see, I'm currently at the quick tour URL that I've already shared with you guys. So as we earlier talked about, I just need to select the disclaimer. I need to create an Oracle account, select the disclaimer, and then I'm good to access the quick tour for HCM. So this is a guided tour available that the customers can go through themselves. You can either use this for your own demo presentations. So if you are doing a very first level, having a very first level conversation with your customer or prospect, and you do need to give them a look and feel of the system, so you can use quick tour in that case. Also, you may not have a demo instance available, all of the time. So it's a good means for a system demo. So as you can see, it's a guided tour. It will tell you, it will have pointers as to what you can do. So when I log in, I can, as you can see, I can watch videos. There are embedded videos, and then I can click here and the system will take me to some of the product videos that also can be shown to the prospect. The same look and feel that is available on a live system is also what is available here. So I'm currently logged in as Gretchen Adams. She's the head of HR, and then a lot of actions that she can take in terms of going about her daily work. So as you can see, try and explore configurable dashboards. So if I click here, system will then launch into infolets. So analytics and dashboards available. And you may not have all drill down capabilities as in live system demo. So for example, if I click here, system will then launch into infolets. So analytics and dashboards available. Here I cannot drill down into launching reports for goal management, but I do have drill down capabilities where the system is guiding me. So try, flip and expand infolets. Yeah.
Slight lag in the sound.
In the sound. Okay. All right. So I will go slow.
Yeah. Now it's okay.
Okay. So I was talking about infolets. As you can see, a lot of different dashboards available depending on the capabilities that you subscribe to within the system. So if you are using performance and goal, you will have information or infolet available around the same. Then my wellness and activities, you can keep a track of your competitions, so on and so forth. Expense items, if you're using the expense or the benefits module, then you will also see infolets available for those here. All right, I can go into my team. So within my team, I can look at my team's talent data. I can see everybody's talent profile. So if, for example, this is a place where I can see my all my team. I can see, quickly I can see what is their current performance rating and their potential rate. Says you can review each tab. So I'm currently looking at the skills and qualifications profile of for Jen Jacobs. As you can see, different competencies, based on the role that the employee is in and the ratings that is picked up from the performance evaluation document. So there is a spider web chart, for comparing the job competencies that the employee currently possesses and that is prescribed by the role. And then you can also look at the entire talent profile information here as well. We also have career development capabilities available. So you can look into Jen Jacobs' development plan. She can identify careers of interest, and then the system will be able to measure the compatibility based on what currently is the competency evaluation for Jen Jacobs based on her performance evaluation, and what does the job profile says for that position. As you can see, we also have succession plans. So you can, you can go about talking about succession plans also using the quick tour. Then we also have goal management. So, as in a live system, you can also talk about goals, creating a goal library, creating different goal categories, and then mapping them, whether these are development goals or performance goals, you can do all of that as well. You can further drill down into viewing details for each of these goals. As I earlier said, not all drill down information is available on Quick Tour. It's to give you a flavor of what are the capabilities and then what exactly the system looks like. Sorry. You can also look into the performance profile of the employee. So, what is the historical performance of the employee has been, so you have performance ratings available from the last 3 years. What is the overall rating for this year? And then what are the manager comments provided around the performance evaluation? In a live system, you can actually go on to launch the performance document, which you probably will not be able to do from here. Oh, it does. So if I click on view performance documents, I can further drill down into my employees, for all of my employees, what is the current evaluation form. So for Jen Jacobs, let's say I drill down into her annual review. So as you can see, the entire performance form is available, the document, and then different sections around competencies, goals, questionnaires, the overall summary, so on and so forth. We also have reports and analytics available in the quick tour, so you can give your prospect a quick flavor of, how reports and analytics are inbuilt within the system, and they do not need to go to a separate screen or launch a separate window in order to access these reports. They are inbuilt within, the concerned module itself. Maybe I can also talk about quickly about Fusion Learning because there were a lot of questions around learning. I will wait for a few seconds for my screen to load. What I'm currently showing you is how Fusion Learning looks like, and what we can talk about some of the capabilities that are available. So if everyone can see my screen. As you can see, the top panel defines what are some of the activities that you can do. You can share your knowledge, which is the current page that we're looking at. So if as an employee I come here, the system tells me what is the required learning. So if there is any compliance training to be completed in terms of, let's say, IT security and compliance, or a compensation guideline that I need to read, or a policy that I need to read and acknowledge, I can do all of that. So if I click on a particular content that is available, okay, I think it's taking some time to launch. Let me just go back. All right, so I'm back on the home page for Fusion Learn. So as you can see, the required learning and also personal learning. So the employee can also identify learning items for their personal development, and they can then go on to complete these activities. You can see a lot of content that has been recommended to Gretchen. So for example, Jonathan Parks has recommended a course on information technology and you. Ken has recommended a course on trends in human capital management solutions, so on and so forth. So as I was earlier talking about, we do have a lot of social capabilities already available in terms of recommendations. You can employees can comment on on the content that you share on your profile, and then you can also share it further. You can publish videos. So if there is any video that is available on your desktop, you can upload that, and then you can host it as a content. And then you can also author tutorial. So you can, if you have any tutorials in terms of videos or any other URL, an internal or external URL, you can create an author tutorial as well. So overall, just a quick look on how Fusion Learn currently looks like. All right. So as the last topic within the demo, let me talk about career development. So I'm currently on my team's career development page. I will wait for a few minutes for the screen to launch. So essentially what you can do using career development is that you can create development goals. So talking about goals in general, you can create either performance goals or you can create development goals. Performance goals are those who eventually are those that get eventually mapped to a performance document. But if there is any goal that is not measured on a formal basis within the performance document, but is more in terms of the employee's learning and development perspective, that can be created as a development goal, and they can be mapped to the career development module. So any goal that you create under career development, it can be mapped to the employee's individual development plan. So as you can see, I have all these employees reporting into me, and then I can see how many are active goals, and if any goal, what is the completion status, and if any goal is past the target date. So I can do that. I can further drill down as well into these goals. So if I click on Jen Jacobs goal profile, it will tell me. So this is similar to the performance document. This is the development plan or the development document that gets created for Jen Jacobs. You can also print this document, as you can see this print button. So this can also be printed in a similar way to the performance document. The employee can highlight their career statement, what are their aspirations, where do they see themselves in the next 3 years, 5 years, so on and so forth. They can create their own goals, or the goals can be mapped to them by the administrator or by the HR, and then they can keep a track on the goal progression as well. So this is an overview on the goal, and then they can explore different roles. So Jen is interested in becoming an HR manager or an HR consultant in her next role. So depending on her current competency skill set, the system will predict compatibility. This compatibility gets measured based on the position profile or the job profile that you've created for HR manager. And then the system compares it with the skill set that Jen has, and then it predicts this compatibility. The system also tells Jen that these are some of the best matches, again based on the best fit analysis that the system does. The system also recommends on its own what are some of the potential other opportunities that Jen can look at. And then Jen can also position where she sees herself in. She can bookmark these employees as favorites, so that and then she has those contact information available. She can view information available for these employees, what are some of the steps that they are taking for their career development, and then Jen Jacobs can also take similar actions. So that is overall some of the capabilities that are available within career development. I'm not going into a lot of detail for performance and goal, because my understanding is that these are basic modules, and you would be already aware of those modules. So any questions so far on the demo? Otherwise, I'll proceed to the last section of my presentation. Any questions, anyone? All right, so I will quickly move forward. I'm assuming there are no questions at this stage. All right, so in addition to the quick tool wherein you can actually explore the system, we do have a quick tool available in the form of click-through demos. If you can currently see on my screen, I have already embedded this link in my presentation, so I will share it with all of you. This is a very similar link to the quick tool that we saw. The difference is that it organizes information in the form of business processes. And then, for example, if you can see my screen, I have information segregated in the form of an overall HCM cloud overview, recruiting, onboarding. Then I have a use case for employee mobile expenses. How can I track my career and goals? How can I create my performance review? How do I review my team? Workforce analytics, modeling, work-life solutions, so on and so forth. So if I come to the click-through version of the quick tour, I can, for example, click on one of the business process, and then I can walk my prospect in the form of a click-through demo as well. So it doesn't really show the actual system, but then there are a lot of screenshots which are available, and then this is also a guided quick tour. So your system will tell you where exactly to click or what to talk about. So it gives you some directions around what exactly is the message on the screen, and then you can click on the notifications, and then you can go about talking about notifications. So for example, if there is any approval, you will be able to see here. You click further, you will go on to your team talent, and then the next step, so on and so forth. So this is also a good resource wherein you need to give a quick click-through demo to your prospect. All right, so I will go back to my PPT. I will wait for you guys to give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. I'm currently flashing the demo mobile applications that are available. So I will go back to my PPT. I will wait for you guys to give me.
Yep.
Okay, Calvin says yes, so I'll wait for another 10 seconds. Okay, so if you want to demo the mobility aspect, you can download these mobile apps which are available on Play Store and also on Apple Store. The first one is Oracle Tap. It essentially showcases the overall HCM capabilities that we have. So different business processes around core HR or talent management can be demoed using this mobile application. You can download it on your desktop as well, or you can download it on your tablets and smart devices. And then the second app is the Oracle Business Intelligence Mobile HD app. So earlier we used to have the KPI functionality available on Oracle Tap. However, that is not available on the HCM platform anymore. So if you are required to demo, the analytics portion or the BI part, so you need to download the separate application, which is the Oracle Business Intelligence Mobile HD, and then you can go about demoing or talking about what are the different KPIs the HR leader can talk about or can view on a daily basis. Then this is, I mentioned some of the videos available on YouTube, product videos. So I will share this PPT. You can use the link that I've embedded here. So, these are short videos, around 2 to 3 minute videos around, some of our messaging on Oracle HCM Cloud. So, the FY16 messaging that we had, that HCM Cloud is talent-centric, it's mobile and engaging, it's collaborative and insightful. So we have videos available on YouTube that can be shared with any prospect and customer as well. Next is pricing. So I have already spoken about the pricing information that is available in public domain. When we were earlier talking about cloud.oracle.com, I showed you where exactly to find the pricing information available, and then you can also share that with your prospects. The last topic that I would like to cover is, some of the policies around cloud operations. For example, enterprise hosting policy or the data processing policy that we have, and how do you, how can you access that information? So a lot of times we have, in general, we have queries from the customer, or we have elaborate RFP questions that require us to define what are the SLAs that we use, what are some of the the metrics that we measure our cloud performance on, what are some of the data backup or retrieval capabilities that we have, some of the security aspects of our cloud operations, so on and so forth. So all of that information can be also found on public domain. So let me show you a link which is available on oracle.com, which is called Oracle Contracts. All right, so I will wait for the screen to load. Okay. So I have also embedded this link within my presentation. As you can see, it's available on oracle.com, which means it's public information. So once you come to this link, different kind of contracts available for cloud operations, and also product specific documents, let's say Fusion or Taleo, are also available here. So the first and the very important document is the Oracle Cloud Hosting and Delivery Policies. It's always important to bookmark the latest version of this document, because it does get updated time to time. Around every 3-4 months, there's an update to this document. So what essentially Oracle Cloud Hosting Policy defines is, as you can see in the table of contents, is it talks about the overall cloud security policy. What are some of the encryption standards that we follow? Some physical security safeguards or measures that we follow in order to assure security to our customers. We also have a cloud service continuity policy in terms of what is the metrics in terms of system availability. So as some of you may be aware, we offer a system availability of 99.5% to all our customers. So there cannot be a downtime of more than 0.5% is a promise to our customers. So you will have all that information. You also have a lot of cloud service information. So post implementation, what are the different SLAs that we offer in terms of, or the cloud support that we offer in terms of service availability, what are the hours of operation, where exactly are our teams located, so on and so forth. So you can you can see all of that. This document also talks about some of the reports that are available for customers' consumption. So if they want to access a report based, that talks about an audit report that talks about the performance of our cloud. So this document will be able to guide them on how exactly to find those reports. Then some other topics that are also covered in this policy are Oracle change management and then software versioning. So how do we upgrade and update our software, so on and so forth. So a lot of information, which is available, and this link, you can bookmark this link, and then you can provide this link to your customers to read, or if there is any RFP, you can you can take information out of this policy, and you can also respond to the RFP accordingly. So I'll go back to my presentation. I'll talk about some of the key takeaways that are available in the Oracle Cloud Hosting Policy. So number one is that Oracle works to meet the target service availability of 99.5%, as I earlier mentioned. We do not, typically we do not update or insert or delete or restore data for our customers on their behalf. That means that the customer is the sole owner of all the data, and they own their data and it belongs to them. The fee that the customers pay for subscribing to our Oracle Cloud service, it already includes the cost for the cloud support policy. So there is no additional fee that we charge, for different SLAs or metrics or reports that we promise to our customers. There's no additional charge. Within 60 days of a customer, for example, if a customer decides to migrate from Oracle to another system, so within 60 days, they can request for the data to be made available to them. So Oracle will assist the customer in any kind of data retrieval that is required for data migration from Oracle to the other system. Some of the key takeaways that are available within the Oracle Cloud Policy. I will go back to the link that I was earlier talking about, so you can probably go through this link. Let me post this on the chat as well. It talks about a lot of other policies as well, such as our data processing agreement. And then, as I earlier talked about, if you have any, service description documents in terms of Fusion or Taleo, what are our different service metrics for these platforms. So all of that information is also available on this link. So in your free time, you can explore this link and you can see what are the different documents available here. All right, so that brings us to the end of today's session. Anyone have any questions?
So if anybody has a question, there's a little hand sign there. You just press the hand sign and then we'll unmute you. Or alternatively, you can ask it on chat. So we'll keep the lines open for the next 5-10 minutes for questions.
Vinod is just the cookies.
Yes, we'll send the presentation slides to you guys after the session. Especially to you, Vinod. So if there are no more questions, we will close off for today. I want to thank Nancy for really delivering the session today. And after today, we will send you a replay link, the slides, as well as the steps on how to get access to demo.oracle.com. Right? And within that, you will also have my email and Nancy's email. So in case you have any other questions with regards to HCM, please feel free to ask us via email. Okay? Okay, thank you everybody for your time. We'll close off today's session.
All right, thank you. All right, I can see that there are some questions under the Q&A panel. Let me just go through these questions and see if there is still any question that was left unanswered.
I think it's only the one with Muhammad Nomanas, the last question.
The last question. So Mohammed, are you still on the line? Maybe I can answer this question. So the question is Oracle HCM running successfully for clients who are using SAP ERP? How successfully do we pitch HCM to SAP clients? So we do have a lot of examples where Oracle HCM coexist with SAP, not just ERP, but could also be any other component. For example, an SAP HCM on-premise customer using a talent management cloud. So essentially we do offer tools to integrate with any other ERP system. And then, if you are specifically looking around some of the information or use cases, you can probably explore the customer search, repository that we were earlier talking about. You may be able to find some examples, or you can get in touch with, with one of us. We can share some, some use cases where we have been able to build successful integration between SAP and Oracle HCM. So Mohammed, I hope this was able to answer your question. Is there any other question that anyone has? Are we going to receive any acknowledgement for attending this session? I will let Calvin answer this one.
Where was the question?
In the Q&A.
Well, there won't be any certificates or anything, so we'll send you the recording and the slides. That's about it. Thanks, Norman. Okay, no more questions. I think we should call it off. Thanks again, Mansi. Thanks again, everybody.
Thank you.
We'll end the session now.